Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello everyone, welcome. This is Nick from Top Notch Sports. Today we're over the New England Patriots salary review and off-season moves for 2023. In 2022, the New England Patriots came third in the AFC East, falling shy of the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. 8-9 was one game shy of the Miami Dolphins, who finished 9-8, and the Miami Dolphins ended up making the playoffs. A few things the New England Patriots can change around, and I feel like this team could be making a huge playoff push. Whether or not they win a game in the playoffs, different story. But being back in the playoffs would be absolutely awesome to see this team get back to where they're used to being. Mac Jones, a lot of people say he regressed this year in year two, but I feel like a lot of it had to do with losing Josh McDaniels to the Las Vegas Raiders. They had to use a combination of Matt Patricia and Joe Judge to try to get this offense rolling, and it just truly never got going. I don't know what Bill Belichick's going to do with them. Maybe he keeps it going again and lets them have a year or two together. Again, continuity is key. Or maybe Bill Belichick goes out and finds a guy that is phenomenal on the offensive side of the football. Maybe they bring back Bill O'Brien, someone that, Bill Belichick is very close to. But we'll see what happens. But overall, at the very end of this video, I'll go over my final predictions for what I think will happen if they follow suit to what we do in this video. This video is for entertainment purposes. It's not going to follow suit with everything that you guys want, everything that you guys think you want. Again, we do what we think. And you guys let us know at the end of the video if you think we did the right things, but we did the wrong things. We want to hear feedback from the New England Patriots fans that watch every single game and that give us good insight. It makes us better. So let's hop right into this thing. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're not new to this channel or this series, welcome back. Let's get right into this. So first things first, here are the expected starters that are currently under contract. If you see a few guys missing, it's because they're not under contract. So real fast, before we even hop into this, you see you got $54 million in cap space. That's a good amount of money to work with. And you look at the green and red. The guys that are in green, if you cut them, you save money. The guys in red, if you cut them, you lose money. So again, a quick example, if you're to go out and cut Trent Brown, you save $6.5 million. If you're to go out and cut Cole Strange, which you would never do, you'll lose $7.2 million. So again, guys in green, you might want to think about cutting. Guys in red, you're not going to cut at all. Another thing, though, too, to look at here is you might see a few guys that you might think is worth cutting. I mean, again, Devontae Parker making $6.3 million, Kendrick Bourne $5.5 million, Lawrence Guy $2.7 million, Hunter Henry $10.5 million. David Andrews, $4.3 million. But if some of these guys, and Trent Brown, $6.5 million, I mean, these are all pretty big amounts of money. You have a lot of money. You really don't got to make cuts. Let me know what you think you guys will end up doing. Another guy, too, here, Jalen Mills, $5.4 million. So let us know what you think you're going to end up doing. You'll see what I think you guys are going to do in 2 slides from now. But before we go into that, we're going to go into our notable losses, the guys that might either walk a free agency or that you got to give a contract extension to. Here are our notable losses. So now before we even get into this, percent of snaps played is a percent of snaps a player played when they were activated during game day. So again, if a player was on IR, for half the season, and you see that they play 70 or 80% of the snaps, and you know that they didn't play, that's why. Because the percent of snaps played on this slide is only for the games that they were activated for. So let's hop right into this. First guy, wide receiver Jacoby Myers, expected contract 4-year, $50 million, plays 79% of the snaps. Next guy, cornerback Jonathan Jones, expected contract a 2-year, $24.9 million deal, and he played 83% of the snaps. Next guy, running back Damian Harris, expected contract a 3-year, $21.4 million deal. He played 33% of the snaps. And last but not least, offensive tackle Isaiah Wynn, expected contract a 5-year, $77.1 million deal, and he plays 73% of the snaps. Long story short, typically the guys that play a high percentage of the snaps are typically the guys that are brought back on the team, especially if they played well while they played. So on the next slide now, you're going to see our potential targets. Here are our potential targets. First things first, again, you got $54 million. We don't feel like it's worth cutting any of those players. Maybe you go out, you cut Jalen Mills. Maybe you go out, you cut Hunter Henry. I don't know. Saves you $15 million. At the end of the day, this free agency isn't phenomenal anyway. But long story short, what do we got you doing? Well, the first thing, we're got you re-signing Jacoby Myers, so a 4-year, $50 million deal, which is a $12.5 million cap hit. We get you re-signing Jonathan Jones, 2 years, $24.8 million. That's a $12.4 million cap hit. And last but not least, re-signing Isaiah Wynn to a 5-year, $77.1 million deal, $15.4 million cap hit. With all that being stated, it cost you $50.3 million in total cost, which leaves you with only $3.7 million. So you guys made no big move in free agency, right? You only got $3.7 million left. You just re-signed players. So what's the big deal, Nick? What are we going to do? Well, let's look at our things that we need to fill in, our team needs. Wide receiver, we re-signed Jacoby Myers. Offensive tackle, we re-signed Isaiah Wynn. Edge rusher, not nothing yet. Cornerback, we re-signed Jonathan Jones. And oh man, what's this mock trade? Oh, we heard the Cardinals want to get rid of DeAndre Hopkins. Is that right? Really? Well, let's give away our first round pick or mid first round pick for DeAndre Hopkins, a guy that's an absolute all-star. And let's throw him into the mix now at the wide receiver position. Oh crap. Is this team a little bit more potent? Jacoby Myers, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne. Man, Matt Jones, this guy's going to absolutely freaking dominate. He's like a robot. He goes through progressions like this. He plays with great anticipation. He's fast. He's quick with his reads. And he's accurate. And you give him a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, and this will be the first time DeAndre Hopkins really had a guy that could see over the line of scrimmage and throw as accurate and precisely as Matt Jones has. Deshaun Watson had a lot of stuff off script, but how long did that really last? It only lasted, a season? And then Kyler Murray only got him the ball on broken down plays. The dude couldn't see over the line of scrimmage. So now you got a quarterback that's accurate and precise. And Matt Jones, if they bring in DeAndre Hopkins, and I do really think this is possible and realistic, that's why we made it happen, this will be phenomenal for the New England Patriots. And we've seen them swing before. We've seen them swing for Brandon Cooks. We've seen them swing for, they brought in Antonio Brown. I feel like they'll definitely be considering to bring in DeAndre Hopkins, who I, really think is a top 5 receiver. I think you can argue 3 receiver in the National Football League when he's healthy. In the second round, we're going to fill in the defensive tackle need with Tuli Tuipulotu. And in the third round, we're going to bring in edge rusher Zach Harrison. That fills in our defensive tackle need and our edge rusher need. So really, all the needs are fulfilled. And now on the next slide, we're going to look at our 2023 expected lineup. Here it is, our 2023 expected lineup. Again, we got $3.7 million carrying over next year. It rolls over. So that is huge for this Patriots team because, again, it gives them a little bit more money to work with next year as well. You look, there's no yellow. That's a good sign. In this series, if you see yellow, that means that we have placeholders. The New England Patriots are a pretty solid team all around. When you look at this team, though, again, solid offensive line. And the guys in orange are the guys that you're re-signing. So we're re-signing right tackle Isaiah Wynn, who's going to lock down, really help complete this offensive line. You're also re-signing Jacoby Myers and Jonathan Jones. These are 3 big re-signings for this team. It's going to keep the receiver room, replenished. You got a right tackle now to finish off that offensive line, and you're bringing back a cornerback that can go opposite side of Marcus Jones, who's really had a pretty dang good year as a rookie. And then not only that, the guy in pink, that's a guy that you're trading for, the salmon color, DeAndre Hopkins. You're trading for him to really, really help this receiver room. I mean, I would be absolutely going crazy if the Patriots do this, and I feel like it might happen. And besides all that, on top of it, in light blue, you got your draft picks, Tuli Tuipulotu, and edge rusher Zach Harrison. Again, him, Josh Uche, Matt Judon, all coming off that edge together. Again, I know I got 12 guys on the field. Don't throw the flag on me here. I know I got 12. I'm just saying they can rotate in and whatnot. And, eventually when Matt Judon packs it in, whenever that day may be, maybe Zach Harrison steps into his role. But again, Matt Judon is an absolutely phenomenal player. And I see him playing for multiple more years because, he's just honestly been that pretty dang good lately for this football team. So long story short, looking at this roster, looking at this team, I feel like they're a very, very good roster, a very, very good team. If they make these moves that we have them making here, I feel like this New England Patriots team goes from 8-9 to going to, I'm going to say, I think 10-7. 10-7, I feel like, is a fair number to say in a very tough division in the AFC East. I feel like they finished second. Yes, again, I'm going to say it again. Second in the division. And I feel like that, they're battling between Miami and the New York Jets. They're all fighting each other to see who wins this, who comes in second in this division. And whoever comes in second in this division, I feel like is definitely a wild card team for sure. 10-7 would punch the Patriots in. You give Matt Jones a weapon, and you got to figure something out. You either bring in a new offensive coordinator, or you let him learn year 2 with Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, and hopefully they can stretch the field a little bit more with DeAndre Hopkins. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. Let me know where we went right, where we went wrong. I would love to hear your feedback on this video. And it takes us hours upon hours to do these. So please leave a like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. We are built better.